And so I've been thinking about this with the Nazis because I've written a lot about that. The problem to explain is how do you convert an entire nation of people from this, highly cultured, educated, intelligent, Western civilization leading culture into Nazis that are willing to exterminate Jews and other people. And the answer, I think, is now you don't. You have to. You don't have to. Most of them didn't endorse the Nazi ideology. They like some of the economic policies in the 30s that got Germany out of the Depression. Hitler had built the Autobahn and, all that stuff, trains ran on time, whatnot. But the exterminationist ideology that the Nazis had, most Germans did not go that far. Now, the anti-Semitism was rampant in Europe, including Germany and Poland and Russia especially. But most of the people that held anti-Semitic views about Jews were not exterminationists. They didn't think the Jews should be hauled out and sent to camps and exterminated. That was very much a Hitlerian thing. So I've now gotten to the point where I think no Hitler, no Holocaust, probably even no Hitler, no World War II. Most German people did not want war. They were begging him to stop after he annexed Austria, for example. It's like, that's enough. At some point, these other countries are going to go to war with us, and we don't want that. But Hitler. So the way this thing hovers in midair for 13 years in that case was pluralistic ignorance, or the spiral of silence, where everybody thinks everybody else thinks something, but they don't. And then the punishment of dissenters, anyone who dissents, who speaks out either in the press or just privately, we're going to jail them, silence them, censor them, send them off to camps or whatever. So the KL system in Germany and the Gulag system in Soviet Stalinist Russia silence people who would have dissented, that would tell the rest of us who think everybody else thinks this is the way everybody believes, but they don't. We'll never know because we don't hear those voices. They're silenced. So with those two things, pluralistic ignorance and the punishment of dissenters, you can have this Nazi ideology or Stalinist ideology hover in midair, even though no one really believes it. And it's just, think of like North Korea, when Kim Jong-un's father died, Kim Jong-il, and you saw those videos of people just weeping in the streets for days on end. Mostly these women. It's like, who actually believes that they feel this way? Well, we don't believe it. They are obviously faking. Does the regime believe that they are, in mourning over the loss of the dear leader? No, because they maintain the concentration camp system and they lock everybody up who dissents even a little bit. That tells us they don't actually believe people feel that way about their regime. So
they didn't care if people believed. They just wanted compliance, right? They wanted to make sure that people, they had a long period of time where they forced people to mourn. They wanted them to weep in the streets, and they jailed people for as much as 6 months for not mourning enough.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's horrific. But that's how you run a dictatorship, right? Under fear.
There's a